What's up guys, it's Jughead, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content here with a new series I want to start on my channel. I love both movies and TV shows of all kinds. As long as they are just good quality, that's the only requirement for me to go and watch it. I want more Let's Watch series to happen on my channel with breakdowns and discussions, and I plan on doing all of that. I shouldn't say I only want more. I will have more with all the shows, new seasons, new films coming out soon. And while I do consider myself a movie buff, a film and TV addict, a cinephile, if you will, somewhat, there aren't many things I haven't seen, especially movies, TV shows to a lesser extent. I do realize there are indeed plenty of movies and shows that have existed both for a very long time as well as only a short time that I haven't watched, let alone been even made aware of. What I want to get into isn't just a single show or a single movie, but an entire genre that I've neglected, and that's anime. I have never watched anime in my life apart from something like Pokemon when I was little, because like, what kid in the 90s didn't watch Pokemon growing up and playing the games and collecting the cards? I would go as far as to say you didn't have a childhood if that was the case. Also, when I was a kid, I loved Speed Racer. Some of you may have heard it or even watched it too. It was from the 60s, I believe. My dad watched it when he was a kid and loved it, so he had like the entire DVD box set of the episodes, so I got obsessed with it too, naturally. I would consider it anime since it derived from Japan and had its own manga, I believe, and everything. I don't know if it was originally in Japanese and dubbed for the English version, because that's how I watched it when I was little. So maybe others don't consider it anime. The connoisseurs of anime may have certain guidelines. I don't know. So the point is, really, I have never watched anime in my life, and I don't know why, because as a movie and TV buff, all I care about at the end of the day is a great story, and I'm fully aware of the fact that anime, the entire genre, is full of amazing stories. I really just have no excuse as to why I've neglected any anime series for so long, but I want that to change today. Out of all the choices I had for my very first full watch through of any series, instead of just dipping my toes in, I wanted to take a dive in the deep end. Sometimes you gotta run before you can walk. I wanted to begin my journey with a show so many people say is one of the greatest, if not the greatest anime of all time. Obviously, your own personal opinion may differ. The show I'm referring to, and the one I'll be starting my anime journey on, is Hunter x Hunter. I know absolutely nothing about this show except for vaguely what it's about in terms of plot, and that it is praised for excelling on like all fronts: story, animation, voice acting, the soundtrack, the characters, the action. It has a sense of humor, but blends perfectly with its serious tones as well, I heard, and is philosophical, intellectual, just like mentally engaging too. Like, it makes you think and ponder, which I'm extremely intrigued by, because those are the films and shows I revere most. It just sounds like I'm going to love it. And I know there's so many other anime series to watch that possibly could have or should have come first, but I was just overly compelled to have this as the cornerstone of my anime experience. So without any further rambling, let's just get into this. This is the first episode to my Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series. English subtitles, of course. I may not know much, but I know enough to know only uncultured swine watch English dubbed anime. I got my notebook next to me, ready to jot down all of my notes for every episode, because I'm not just going to sit here. I show no emotion or personality, let alone even look alive in the chair like most other people do. I'm enthusiastic, I'm engaging, I like to discuss, I like to show my personality and express my opinions. That's the whole purpose of such a creative medium such as YouTube, and the entire reason like someone like you clicked on this video to watch me go through the journey of like watching a show, in this case Hunter x Hunter. So I hope you can appreciate that. And okay, enough talking out of me. Let's just go ahead and press play. Okay, let's go. Starting my anime journey. Just gonna say right now, I feel like I already know this show is gonna smack, because I can already see the intro smacks. Because My theory is that has a bad show ever had a bad intro? Every good show has a good intro. It's like you can tell when a show's going to be bad or good by the intro. Breaking Bad, Mad Men, Game of Thrones, Lost, The Office. Just all good intros. And this smacks right now. And from the intro, I can already tell. I think a reason why I've been so picky with certain anime series, or not picky because I haven't even watched a single one, but not turned off from anime, but I'm very particular with my animation style, of which I really like this animation style. I don't know what it's called, but it's just, I like the style of this. It's similar to like My Hero Academia of, I've never watched that, but just from the animation style alone that I can see, I like that. It reminds me also of like Pokemon and Speed Racer, the two that I know. Because then something like oh, I don't want to talk over this. See, the story premise just seems so cool. Monsters, creatures, treasures, unexplored territories. It just seems so cool. Like there's just the mysterious unknown. There's just like endless stories that you can tell. Like, I don't even know what I could expect. Okay, so the people who go after the creatures and the treasures and those mysterious locations are called hunters. But what I was saying is the animation style like this, I like. But compared to something like a Full Metal Alchemist or like an Attack on Titan, I've seen the animation style and it's like, I want to watch those, but it's I wouldn't like the animation style as much as I like this. Because it like fits. It fit like animation. It fits the whole like essence of it to me. I just like a more, not cartoon. I don't know what word I want to describe it as. Okay, so we have, I'm guessing that's Mito. Gon is the kid, and something about his dad. So that's gone. See, like that animation style, just, I don't know, like, it's so detailed and intricate, and the nuance is just so great, but it's simple. And then something about with anime too, again, the limited exposure I've had to it, I don't know why, but I always like place myself into like the body of like the main character kid. I don't know if anybody else does that with TV shows where I like place myself in it, like I'm that kid or something. Especially with something like this, because like I don't know why, I'm hella Polish and German, straight up Polak, straight up Kraut, Polish and German, and people always either think I'm Hispanic or Asian. I don't know why. Maybe because I was super chubby and I looked Asian or Hispanic as a baby, but like when I was a kid, I looked like that. Just it fits like what I looked like as a kid. I was like the messy, spiky hair, brunette. Like I don't know. I just naturally just, oh, I'm that kid. I don't know why. But good for Gon. He captured the fish beast thing that somehow had little arms. So now that he caught it, he can take the hunter exam. And that's Mito. And she doesn't want him to become a hunter. Maybe because she knows how dangerous the lifestyle is. No one's been able to catch the monster of the swamp. Okay. So his father is Ging, and he was very talented because he captured that fish when he was 12. So like father, like son. You shouldn't have the power to stop him. Let him achieve his dreams so he can have a meaningful life. Father abandoned you or you're still very young. Why is that like the archetype of choice for a lot of like shows? Again, I'm going to compare it to like Pokemon, where Ash wanted to become a Pokemon master because his father abandoned him to become a Pokemon master. So he wanted to follow in his father's footsteps. This his father left him to become a hunter, and it's a compelling reason why he wants to become a hunter. Yeah, he wants to become a hunter to find out why it compelled his dad to leave. And if he's living with his aunt, what happened to his mother? Now, is that his mother's sister or his brother's sister? That she's taking care of him and the grandma. So I don't know why it's such like a archetype for like these shows to have that popular. I don't know if it's relatable in the culture or just a very powerful story to start of the kid like abandoned and trying to find his place in the world without the ultimate guidance of his parents. Has to swallow 1,000 needles? I'm not pinky promising that. You about to go Super Saiyan? He got the fishing pole and everything. See, I love to fish. Fly fishing is like one of my favorite pastimes. See, I'm just placing myself into this kid. I don't know why I do that, but I always do that with cartoon shows. And I say that, and it's the only ones I've ever done are like Pokemon with Ash, because I looked like him. Speed Racer, because I looked like him. And even like what my channel's named after, Jughead Jones, the old, very old comic. Not the new bullshit show, but the old one. I look like, and that's, everybody called me that when I was growing up, because I looked like him and acted like him. See, I'm just expecting like so many cool stories of like just endless ways to go about it, because there's endless adventures you can come up with. So are these all, okay, he's in the intro. He's looking sketchy. Why is he looking at a Maxim magazine? That person was in the intro too. So is this like a hunter boat? All of the prospective hunters are all on the boat sailing to where their next thing is? That's a big ass. He's got a big ass sword. Gohan only has a fucking fishing pole. Okay, that's Katso. So I'm learning. Oh, let me write this shit down on my notes. What am I doing? I need to write this on my notes. Write down the character names so I remember. Sir, it is 3 in the afternoon. Why are you sipping the Henny? A little too early. Why your nose so red, bruh? You can tell when the rain is coming. You can smell rain. What the hell? Yo, what? You don't have to flex on everybody like that. What? Boy needs to join Cirque du Soleil. Yes, you can tell when it's gonna rain because you can smell it in the air. Oh. So the eyes. Is it because the grandma said he has the shine in his eyes just like his dad? Does he know his dad? You should know. Red sky at night, sailor's delight. Red sky in morning, sailor take warning. This boy don't give a shit. This is a Sunday cruise to this man. Oh shit. It's the perfect storm. Underrated movie, by the way. Mark Wahlberg! See... Yo. That's cool. God, the animation style is just so cool. Hunter vocabulary. Yeah. That's what I was about to say. How are they expecting to be able to become a hunter if they can't even take a little storm? This boy, gone, what a G. What a stud. Not seasick. just helping someone out too. And this guy or girl, I can't tell, just chilling, reading a book. This guy, hey, your glasses too small. And there's no such thing as a too sour apple. I'm gonna say it right here: green apples better than red apples. Okay, so Katsu's also good too, but he's also like a water boy, like a crew member of the ship. He should be all good. Hey, you're wearing a bandana and an ascot? Choose one or the other. Too many accessories. Okay, so Gon, Katsu, Captain. Those are the only people those are the only people I know so far. Okay. Yeah. Gon. Okay. Kurapika. Yo, chill. Okay, his dad's a hunter. He's from Whale Island. I learned that already, so let me write that down. He does know him. He does know him. So he knows his dad. Why not? Okay, so that's Leorio. Stop being a dick. That's facts. See, this is what I'm talking about, like, the introspective, making you think type of stuff. Like the serious tone to it too, along with the humor. I like the philosophical element to it too. Just something as simple as that, like that. I can see it getting more so, but just something simple as like that. You're like, yeah, that's facts. Ooh. Oh. Does he work for the hunter exam? Is that why? I would imagine that's why they're on his ship. Oh, okay. So he is like, yeah, he's a screener. Yeah, all these bums get knocked off because they couldn't even handle a goddamn storm. These people are elite. Yeah, they stand no chance. Why? Why even bother? Ooh, okay. So he's like the gatekeeper. I'm just gonna call him Captain. Does he have a name? I'm just calling him Captain. Ooh, okay. We can... So is Kurapika a girl? I'm gonna guess so, girl. Ooh, Kurta clan? She the only one left? The Phantom Troop. Okay. Ooh, Blacklist Hunter. That's cool. The Phantom Troop is a Class A bounty. Okay. Okay, so Phantom Troop is a group of people. See, that's just like so serious. I do not fear death. I fear only that my rage will fade over time. See, that's just... That's a hard-hitting line right there. See, I just love that. Okay, so we know a lot about her. This guy's a dick. Get over your ego. Boy wearing a suit on a ship. Head ass. Okay, I like Kurapika, or however you say her name, because she's like the most like philosophical. Now fuck with Gon because that's me. Oh, so... God, see, I just love the animation style. Ooh, that top shelf liquor boy. That Don Julio 1944. He's only in it for the money. Ooh. Everybody love everybody.
ELE. That's right, ELE. What does ELE stand for?
Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. Right there up on the wall.
Let's all be friends here. Everybody love everybody. Okay, so... See, that's like more like mature. That's like a mature thing to like in its introspective of like that's true. Not just like just action or just meaningless dialogue or anything like that. It makes you think. But why did the captain say like boys come back here? Because is Kurapika a boy or a girl? I would think that's a girl name. They got that water spout. Again, you should be able to handle this. That's just crew now because everybody else got, or no. How they just dump everybody else off the cook? Yeah. Join the crew, man. Oh, and they don't even care what's going on around them. They're about to settle this beef. The animation is just so cool. So simple, yet just still like so sophisticated. So are those their weapons of choice? I didn't really get to see. Like everybody has their own thing. Like Gon has the fishing pole. That guy had a huge sword. Oh shit. Yeah, drop what you're doing, save that guy. So they are good people. No! Oh! Damn! My boy Gon! Hell yeah! I don't see how that's possible. But that's cool. Oh, they're all hanging off the boat. My boy. Coming in clutch. What a hero. He's a hero. How reckless? What do you mean? I mean, how selfless? Yeah, but you guys did catch him. You guys are good people. You're not the dicks that I think you are. Especially Leorio. See? They're all in their little group. See? We all gotta be friends, because this is gonna be the squad. This is gonna be the unit. Are you guys gonna make up? There you go. We all gotta be... We're the squad! Yeah, it's just Leorio. Don't go with the Mr. bullshit. Love it. Love to see them all just making up. This is gonna be the squad. They gotta have each other's backs. The God Squad. And I love this guy too. He's still sipping on that Henny. Okay, so they're going to the exam site. This should be a pass. Like a Boy Scouts badge. You saved Katso. Y'all guys saved a person's life. I hope this is like the squad. I hope... Yeah, all three of you guys. But I hope it's like the thing of like, this is on the ship always. Like you got Katso, you got the captain, you got these three guys. And anybody else that like, but it's always like, and they just keep going on their journeys and stuff. Okay, that's the end of the episode. And I just gotta say right off the bat, that episode, like, you know how certain TV shows start off super slow and like the first episode is just like intros and it's super slow and you're kind of like, okay, how many episodes are we going to have to watch before this starts picking up and where it really starts grabbing your attention and you get addicted? Just this episode alone, I'm already like, okay, got it. Episode 2, episode 3, we got to go. Because I'm already just so engaged in the show. Like, they had the introductions, but they also had, like, they blended in telling every part of the story you need to know. You know what the hunters are. You know about Gon. You know a little bit about his history. You know, like, you find out all the other characters, Kurapika, Leorio, Katso, Captain, and like their histories, and like the dynamics of all their relationships together, and like there just wasn't a boring part of the episode, and it just makes me want to be like, ooh, let me get this discussion out of the way as fast as possible, because I want to just hit up episode 2 right away. But I do want to discuss of, let me just, okay, I want to go through all the stuff so far that I heard was amazing about the show, and I'm just like, I can see it already. The animation, I love the animation. Because, like I said, it's the animation style that I like. Kind of because I can see it as in like something, like it's similar to how I like to sketch a lot, and it's kind of like how I like to draw characters and stuff. And it's very colorful and very like simple and easy on the eye, yet still very sharp and like has a lot of nuance and still detailed and stuff, but not like over the top and not like, I don't know. It's kind of like why I'm not really huge. I don't know. It's just how you prefer your animation to be. It's kind of like why I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but I never got into like the um the Clone Wars series or the Rebels series because I'm just not into that animation style. So it's like a turnoff for me right away. But I love the animation style of this because it reminds me of like Speed Racer and Pokemon. And I've also seen My Hero Academia kind of has the same animation style. But something like Attack on Titan or Full Metal Alchemist, they have different animation styles that I just don't really fuck with that much. So I still want to watch them because I know they have amazing stories, but the animation alone is just something I'm not going to be a huge fan of. Then something of the soundtrack slaps. That intro slaps. Again, like I said, you can always tell a show is going to be good by the intro. A good show never has a bad intro. A bad show always has a bad intro, in my opinion. I've never watched a bad show, and I watch the intro. I'm like, okay, this is some quality. Always a good show. You got The Sopranos, badass intro. Mad Men, Lost, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, um, The Office, um, The Wonder Years. I'm trying to list off all my favorite shows. Band of Brothers. The one show I can think of where I just hate the intro, but it's a super good. It's one of the best shows of all time. Is The Wire. I hate that intro so much. It is so annoying with the soundtrack they use and like the way that they edit into I just don't like it at all. But the show is amazing. Top 3 of all time. I just hate the intro. But still, on average, every good show has a good intro. That intro slapped. Of like it showed all the action, showed all the characters, and then like when they were singing, it's just bomb. It's like one of those shows where you never want to skip the intro because it just slaps every time. And then the action we got like 3 cool action sequences of Gon trying to reel in the swamp monster, which was like that was like the first 2 minutes of the whole episode, and that was cool because you saw like the slow motion panning, him running around the tree, the zoom in on, like it was just like it was almost like a cinematic experience. Like you could see this taking place in live action and like them on their dollies or their handhelds or their track systems and like panning in, zooming in on the bobber on the ground while it ripples, and then the fish jumping out and stuff. It was just awesome. And then you get the 2 more action sequences of the of the ship on the storm. You got the first storm, and then you got the water spout thing, and then him jumping over in that freeze frame of him grabbing Katso and Kurapika and Leorio grabbing his feet. That was just cool. So right then and there, and like I said, the story already has me captivated. So I'm like, this is why I wanted this to be the first one, considered one of the greatest, if not the greatest, anime of all time. And all I care about is a good story at the end of the day, and the story is already captivating me. So what we learned from episode 1 is Gon is the main character, my boy, the person I'm relating to most, like who I'm putting my mind into. Like I said, I don't know why I always picture myself as like the main character of these types of shows. It's just that I'm like, oh, I look like that as a little kid, or I act like that, or that reminds me of me. Again, like why my channel's Jughead, because everybody calls me Jughead as like a nickname from Jughead Jones the comics, not the shitty show, or then like an Ash Ketchum or a Speed Racer or something. Just like, I don't know. I could show you a baby picture and you'd be like, no way this kid's half German, half Polish. This guy is half Hispanic, half Asian for sure. But nope. And so we know Gon, he has no father or mother. Definitely no father because we know his father's name is Ging, and he abandoned Gon to become a hunter. No idea where the mother is because maybe she passed away. Maybe she abandoned or something. But he has no parents because he's living with his aunt Mito and his grandmother. And Aunt Mito is either his father's sister or his mother's sister. I want to say mother's sister, because I think from what my theory could be of how like the family dynamics work of is maybe the mother. This is only a theory, and I think I've watched a lot of shows to know how like certain plot points go out. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but what my theory is going to be is that like the mother died somehow related to like maybe she was a hunter too, or his mother died or got lost or something, went missing or was killed because of something related to like the hunter culture of like from a creature or an artifact or a location, either killed by a creature or a group, or went to try and find an artifact or go visit or explore a location or a mysterious unknown location, and she either went missing or was killed. And the father wanted to avenge his wife's death by becoming a hunter and like pursuing what killed her, or like just like avenging her death somehow. And like, but it makes it seem like he just abandoned Gon, because Gon would have been born already. So now Gon wants to become a hunter to be like his father and to find out what was so like why did you want to become a hunter? Why was this so important to you that you wanted to abandon your family? And so Aunt Mito is the one who's most hesitant, and the grandmother is the right one, where she's like, you can't, we have no power to keep him doing what he wants to do. You gotta let his dreams be dreams, man. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Shout out to Shia LaBeouf.
Make your dreams come true. Just do it.
So then he leaves. He's got his fishing pole in tow, just on his backpack. So that's gonna, I feel like that's his like go-to, like not weapon, but go-to like tool, because like other people could have other stuff. Like the other guy had a huge sword, so it could be like your go-to, like what you're known for. Leorio, we learn, is the tall guy, kind of a douche at first, because he says he only wants to become a hunter for the money, and he's like snapping at Kurapika and Gon, and like just comes off very like arrogant and conceited and whatever. So I didn't like him at first, but again, it's like even in one episode, in a 24-minute episode, my like opinions and emotions like swayed back and forth, because in the beginning I don't fuck with the Leorio. At the end, this boy's tight. We also learn about Kurapika, who is probably the most interesting of all the characters. Like I heard of, like, this show is very philosophical, has a very serious tone to it too. So it like, for something like me, where like I said, I revere the films most that make you think, make you be introspective and reflect and like think about serious things philosophically, sociologically, emotionally. So something like Kurapika, who's like very malevolent, serious, like was coming out with the quotes. She was in the Kurta clan, so either maybe like a bloodline clan or just like a group. Like I don't want to say like the like a yakuza, because that's like a gang, but and like the Kurta clan could just be like a brotherhood, kind of like Assassin's Creed or something, where it's like they were like you have the assassins and then you have the Templars. So it could either be like a bloodline thing or just like a brotherhood. And Kurapika, I'm gonna guess is a girl, because I'm taking that as a girl's name. She was in the clan and they were all murdered by criminals. So she's the only one left. And she wants to pursue the Phantom Troop, which I thought was like a monster or like an artifact, but that's apparently another like gang or clan. I'm guessing it's the criminals who killed all her other clan members. Clan members just sounds bad, because that just sounds like some KKK stuff. The Phantom Troop, I'm gonna guess, is like the rogue, like bad guys who killed everybody that she knew. So she wants to go after them. And then Captain was like, "Ooh, so you want to be a blacklist hunter?" So that's also cool in that you're not just a hunter. You can be like an Assassin's Creed thing, where it's like you're an assassin, you're a hunter, but it goes both ways, like a fork in the road. You can either be in the Brotherhood assassin, or you can be a Templar. And I'm trying to think of other stuff where it's like that, where it's like the same group, but you can either be the good guys or the bad guys. It's kind of like Star Wars again. You can either be on the dark side or on the side of the Jedi. So Blacklist just sounds cool. Like you're like a vigilante almost, a rogue agent, or just like, I don't know. That just sounds badass. Blacklist Hunter, that just sounds badass. And then the two lesser characters of Katso, he's like the water boy, the assistant of the captain. I don't know how much we're gonna see him. Hopefully he's also with the God Squad that I was talking about. And the captain is cool, just sipping on the Henny all day. That bottle looks too much like a fucking Henny bottle to not be able to make that joke. And what's cool is that he decides who passes the exam, or like who gets to keep going. So you gotta please this guy. He's got some authority. He's got some power. Gotta get on his good side. And it was cool of when he first met Gon and he was talking about how like he can smell the storm. It was like, those eyes, could it be? And I was like, hey, grandmother talked about how Gon has the same shine in his eyes as his father. And again, I've watched enough shows to hang on to like certain lines like that. So when the captain said something about his eyes, I was like, ooh, does he recognize Gon? And that would mean he knows his father. And then later on, he says that when Gon reveals that he's from Whale Island and his father is a hunter, the captain's like, ooh, so you are your father's son. I know Ging, and it must be time now for I'm gonna guess he helped Ging become a hunter, or Ging was on his ship back in the day, and now it's time for the captain to bring up and kind of take Gon under his wing, similar to how he did with his father, which is cool. So the whole thing is just such an interesting dynamic, just learning all of the characters, their backstories, seeing how they mesh together, the dynamic of how, again, none of them liked each other, and it was like this weird relationship between all of them. And then at the end, they're all in their group. You can tell this is going to be the God Squad, and they all make up, and you're like, this is the group that we're going to see in all the future episodes. And they forgive one another, and it's like, I don't know, you had a whole conflict and resolution. You had you had a complete story arc in the entire first episode. No cliffhanger at all. Just like, okay, that was a complete story right there. Intro, perfect first episode. So it's just like, I want to end this discussion so I can hop right into episode 2 right away, which is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm ending this right here. Hopefully you guys like these discussions after the episode, because I want to keep doing those. I don't just want to sit in this chair and be like so many other people where it's just sitting and watching, and maybe you smile or chuckle or laugh or say one word in like a full 20-minute video, barely showing any personality or emotion or interest, and have just nothing engaging. Like, why would you want to watch that, and why would I want to sit here and be like that? I want to discuss, I want to engage, I want to enjoy myself, and I want to show some life, because that's what I am. I'm a down-to-earth guy, and I want to produce some down-to-earth content, so that's what I want to do. This is officially the end of the first episode of my Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series that I'm going to be pumping out as much as I can, and hopefully I'm going to be able to balance out some other shows and movies and other stuff that I want to do alongside pumping this series out as much as possible. So that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this and found it entertaining, leaving a like to let me know is awesome. Better yet, if you want to keep up with all future content from me, especially this Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series and all other future content, be sure to subscribe to stay in the loop on all of my uploads. And last but not least, keep the conversation going down in the comment section below so I can connect you guys as my audience some more, because that's the most important thing to me, especially something like this where I want to be discussing and engaging as possible. I want to engage and discuss with you guys, not just with myself to the camera. Just keep the conversation going down in the comments. Anything you want to ask, share, or just simply talk about, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we can just keep the conversation going. Having said that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, and have a good one.